Hi everyone, I am Sailor Solitaire. Welcome to my channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in for your August 2017 tarot reading. So happy birthday to Leo Suns, as well as some of you early Virgo babies out there as well. Very fiery, explosive month. Can be a bit much for some people, so be careful not to overdo things, over exaggerate, overcompensate, overestimate, overcommit. Just don't overdo it. Keep an eye on the big picture, take a deep breath, keep it flexible, keep it loose, but don't forget to work hard. Don't forget to watch your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, etc., to have a more complete picture of what's in store for you for the rest of the month. If you don't know what your other signs are, I have made a video explaining how to find exactly that. I will link it in the description below, and I'll also provide a link that you can click on at the end of this video. So keep an eye out for that, or just skip right to the end if you're interested in knowing what your other signs are. I recently hit 1K, so thank you everyone for subscribing. Thank you for those who are commenting on my videos and who regularly watch. Thanks so much. I love you guys so much. So let's get right to your reading, guys. Okay, Sagittarians, your August 2017 reading is here. I do hope that you guys are doing good. You guys are doing well. I don't want to speculate without having any cards. So let's see what the cards are and what they could possibly mean for you, Sagittarians. It's a very fiery time. I feel like this is quite good for you. You have the full moon in Aquarius, which I feel like Aquarians and Sagittarians are pretty similar, but anyways, here I go talking again. Let's see what the first card is. This is giving a general indication of the overall energies at play for you Sagittarians this month, and we have Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, so this is earth energy. Pentacles is all about the home, all about the material world, all about possessions and finances and possibly your career. Anything that contributes to, your comfort level. Do you have the resources to make a comfortable home around you, a comfortable nest, a comfortable space for you to, get away and to relax and to enjoy life, basically. And when this Queen of Pentacles comes in the reverse position, first of all, this could be representing a Capricorn in your life, male or female. And I feel like when this card represents a person, this could be somebody who is like not really taking your feelings into consideration. This is somebody, it doesn't have to be a Capricorn, it could be any earth sign. So Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, male or female, who is kind of focusing too much on their goals, their pursuits, which is obviously not a bad thing to have, but when this kind of gets in your way, when they are maybe falling back on promises that they're making to you, or maybe they're just being heartless and they're not taking your feelings into consideration, and they're not really being fair, they're being a bit too self-centered, and that's when that can get that can become a problem. Now, if this doesn't represent a person in your life, this could represent you, Sagittarians. You may be, a bit, too into your own aspirations and your own ambitions, which is, again, not a bad thing to have and not a bad thing to be, but this Queen of Pentacles is really the queen. She reigns over her domain. She reigns over, the home and finances and career and all things not like materialistic in a bad sense, but just, you know, the physical, tangible, concrete things in the world. She reigns over that domain because she is flexible, she's open, she's not set on rigid things. Earth signs are very stable, and they're very much, they're a bit, you know, resistant to change. But with this queen, she is actually, you know, a bit more flexible than, let's say, the King of Pentacles or some other, you know, people who are too stubborn and resisting other people's help. So when this card comes reversed, when the Queen of Pentacles is reversed, this is saying that you could be, you know, too rigid, too set in your own ways, and too reluctant to, you know, be open to making some sacrifices. So I feel like this situation is like, when you are kind of clinging onto your current happiness, your current situation, your current state or status, and you guys are like holding on too tight and you're not wanting to let go. You're like scared to lose your status or your, you know, maybe your money. You're too scared to, you know, let that go, or to spend it, or to maybe someone's borrowing money, you're reluctant to, you know, agree to that, even if, you know, they probably will pay you back. You're just like, you're being very strict, and you're being very, I guess, careful and cautious with your money. The good thing about the Queen of Pentacles, which kind of cancels out when she's reversed in this deck, at least, is that, you know, she uses her intuition, and she trusts herself, and she trusts in her ability to, you know, risk assess and to make decisions that will eventually, you know, benefit her, or situation like she's okay to make risks that she knows she can make, or to make purchases that she knows she can spend. And I feel like when the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it's like she's really going by the book a little bit too much, and she's really reluctant and really scared to lose money, too scared to give up a bit of that power, that material power, or to give up her possessions and to make sacrifices. She is, you know, a little bit too focused on her materialistic things. So again, this could be you, or this could be somebody close to you, possibly a partner. This could even be like a parent, or a family member, maybe even a friend who, you know, is falling back on their promises, not making enough time for you, or they're being really selfish, and, you know, they're just that type of friend who, like, you maybe always, you know, treat them out for lunch, but then they never reciprocate that, or something like that. They're really hoarding their money a little bit. So let's see what the next card is. This is something for you guys to think about, something that you should notice, something that you guys may be missing, and that you should be aware of this month. And we have this Eight of Wands. Okay, so this Eight of Wands is fire energy, just like you guys, Sagittarians, and we are in Leo season, so lots of fire around you. Just things are ablaze, things are on fire. And this Eight of Wands to me symbolizes that horsepower, that drive, that motivation. And I do feel like you guys have gotten this card in the recent past, and this to me symbolizes, or this could indicate, you know, that you are, in this case, I feel like this is referring to resources, and I feel like you guys are overlooking certain things, and you guys are kind of refusing to tap into different avenues, different resources, in order for you to, you know, achieve a certain goal. So maybe you need to just expand your horizons a little bit. You need to possibly, you know, accept help, or to accept advice from other people. Maybe they're suggesting something a little bit different than what you're used to, and you're just totally like, no, I'm gonna do it my way. Again, the Queen of Pentacles is a bit stubborn, a bit too fixed in her mentality. And so as something for you guys to be missing, this Eight of Wands, I feel like you guys are, you know, missing out on the help that you can get from other people. We do have, you know, 8 horses here. There's a lot, you have a lot of backup, a lot of help around you, a lot of support. And I feel like maybe you guys are just, you know, their untapped potential. There's a lot of power and a lot of, you know, help that they can can give you, and you're just kind of shutting it away, and it's just wasted energy, wasted potential. So I feel like you need to tap into that, whether this is actual people in your life, or a resource like a book, or maybe you want to try a different approach, go about something a different way. You want to explore all those options because they are there in front of you, they're at your disposal. You just have to take advantage of them and not be so set in your ways. Both of these cards, Queen and Wands energy and the Eight of Wands especially too, is all about your intuition and inspiration from within, and not really, trying to get inspiration from other people. It's your own, it's something inside of you that you feel, that resonates with you, that lifts you up, that inspires you. And I do feel like you want to be listening to your intuition a little bit more, and not being so, not looking outside, and not being so afraid of the consequences of that. Not like you should act recklessly, but don't worry about like the opinions of other people. You have people around you who support you, and you have a lot of potential if you can accept it, and you can release it, you can actually utilize it. So I do feel like possibly in your finances, or in work, or in the home, specifically, like if you wanted to upgrade your home situation, or you wanted to add some things, or redecorate, renovate, something like that. If you wanted to do that, and you've been kind of a bit anal, a bit like struggling, and like it's not working out, like maybe you and whoever is involved are not seeing eye to eye, and you guys you're not willing to compromise, not really willing to meet halfway. I feel like that could be what this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is talking about, some conflict there. And I do feel like this Eight of Wands is something you're missing, is that there is a lot of room for potential. You guys can actually have something great and beautiful, and I feel like there's so much potential here, so much potential, and you just need to unleash it. You need to be willing to uncover it and accept it, instead of having that tunnel vision. Okay, so general advice for you, Sagittarians. We have Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this Page of Swords is air energy. So we've got earth energy, fire energy, and air energy here. So I do feel like these two cards are pretty in line, pretty similar. And then as general advice, being a swords card, I do feel like this refers to your mental state and how you communicate with other people, how your thoughts translate and how they were interpreted by other people. And it has to do with your dynamics, like your interactions with the people closest to you, and the people that you have to work with, people that you have to spend some time with, and that you have to see every day. And with this Page of Swords in reverse, this to me symbolizes really kind of aggressive energy. The page is pretty young, inexperienced, and so it's like you're kind of starting at the bottom with whatever it is, and it's hard for you to kind of compete with other people who have been doing it longer than you have. But one way to move on to the next level, to kind of learn and to upgrade, I guess, to get to that next level of your craft or your business, possibly in a friendship or in a social group dynamic. If you want to leave behind a certain reputation that you have, and you want to just move on to the next step, and you want to make a new name for yourself or something like that, one way to do that is to be a little bit more humble, to be more open and willing to accept advice and help from other people, because this Page of Swords is very like aggressive energy, not really willing to compromise. And in reverse especially, this Page of Swords is like always trying to cause a fight or cause an argument. And, you know, people don't, like, there's a certain level of hostility around this Page of Swords, and it's like people don't really want to work with you. People don't want to be around you because you are kind of just on your high horse, and you're kind of like this Queen of Pentacles, a bit heartless, set in your ways. So, I mean, regardless of whether this is somebody else or this is you, I feel like the energy that you, or the attitude that you need to adopt, is one of acceptance and one of humility. And you don't want to be, you know, adding fuel to the fire, even if the other person, in your opinion, is, you know, starting the fight all the time, or they are, you know, not willing to budge. You kind of have to be the bigger person, and kind of, you know, be willing to accept the situation for what it is, and to put aside your pride. Because we do have, you know, these two cards here, and we have this Eight of Wands here, something you're missing. So I do feel like, you know, if you are fighting, arguing with somebody in business or in a relationship or in a family, just try to recognize that there are so many positive aspects that can come from the relationship, and maybe right now there's just nothing but negativity and it doesn't look good. You want to, I guess, focus on your similarities or your differences, your common ground, in order for you to, you know, find something that can come out of that relationship. Because I feel like it's like a golden, you know, bond or golden relationship that you guys have, whether that's business or love, whatever, but there's like great potential, so much potential there. So if you want to tap into that and take advantage of it and make it work for both you guys, or, you know, everyone involved, then you have to make some sacrifices. And if you have to lead by example, then, you know, that would be my advice to you. But let's see what your outcome card is, Sagittarians. We have Justice in the upright position. So one major arcana card here, and we have, you know, 3 of the 4 elements. We don't have any water cards. So I do feel like, again, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this could indicate heartlessness, and with a lack of water element, lack of water card showing up, which, you know, water has to do with your heart and your emotions. You know, the heart is not in this reading. Water is not in this reading. And there are no cups in this reading. So I do feel like, you know, you need to bring that back, because I feel like there's some sort of distance, some sort of disconnect, and that is preventing you from moving forward and from finding that motivation inside of you to initiate things or to complete things. So try to, you know, feel a little bit more. Try not to be so insensitive. I know it is fire, and things are very, you know, impulsive. Things are just, you're full of all this energy. But if you want to actually, you know, channel that and be motivated, because just raw energy on its own is useless. You need to be able to use that, harness that energy. And in order for you to find that motivation to do so, then, you know, you want to be adding a little bit of your heart into it to kind of take the reins a little bit and steer you in the right direction. So with this Justice card, this is a major arcana card, and to me this is kind of symbolizing the end of some karmic cycles for some of you Sagittarians. You know, you have been learning a lot. You've been kind of grinding, or you've been kind of trial and erroring the things, and you've been kind of, you know, like this Justice card, blindly going into things. And I do feel like you've had faith, and you've had the opportunity. No milkshake. It's hot. What is wrong with you? Oh my god. Sorry. So you've had, you know, the opportunity to try your hand at a bunch of different things, and you've been kind kind of swinging blindly at things, trying to get a hit, trying to figure out what exactly it is, like how to do something, how to best do something. And I feel like things are coming to an end, and I feel like, you know, all that hard work, all the lessons that you've been learning through that, you know, just jumping into things and plunging in, taking that dive into something and just exploring everything. You know, Sagittarians love to they want to learn and they want to know so much. They want to explore everything and touch everything around them. And I feel like you've been doing that a lot, and you've been learning so much, and you've just been kind of like diving in like head first into things. And, you know, even after you failed, or after you know, realized, you know, that's not the right way to go about it, you went back to the drawing board. And I feel like this Justice card is kind of that wrapping up. And I feel like you will be given the opportunity to apply the lessons that you've learned, to kind of see like, okay, was all of this worth it? Or, you know, did I really not really learn anything? Did I waste my time? I do feel like with this Justice card in the upright position, this is looking in your favor, and this is good. I feel like you guys, whether or not you are, let's say, like, you know, officially or monetarily rewarded for the lessons that you've learned, you will definitely know that it was worth it, and that it will benefit you, and that you are allowed now. You're going to move on to the next, you know, higher level. Like the next, you guys are going to upgrade in some way. And I do feel like this is definitely a step up from here, from the Page of Swords, both very air energy. So this Page of Swords in reverse is like hostile, really argumentative, really just trying to, you know, fight with no real purpose, just kind of seeing bad and everything, being impulsive and acting out, being reckless. And you have this Justice card, which is much more composed, much more tame, and much more fair. And obviously we have the Justice card with a sword in it. You know, the sword, so they both have swords here, and the difference is that with this Justice card, this is like you've learned the lesson that a sword is very powerful, but you don't need to be swinging it around all the time. It's there for you to use when you need it, and only when you need it. And that's just like your wit and your mind. You don't need to always attack people, or, you know, judge people, or always say things to hurt people. And you don't have to be so argumentative. So again, with this Queen of Pentacles and this Eight of Wands, you know, kind of hold back, pick and choose your battles, and add your feelings back into it. Don't be so heartless and so insensitive, because that will help you. I guarantee you, when you start using your heart more than, you know, your mind and your overcritical, analytical side of you, use your heart a little bit more, and your relationships and your bonds with people will be better. And then from there, inspiration will come. So guys, I hope that you guys found that reading helpful. I hope that you guys are now maybe a little calmer, maybe a little bit more excited, maybe more aware. I hope that you enjoyed that reading, and that you found some things to resonate with you. Again, don't forget to watch your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, etc. The link will be at the end of the video if you don't already know what your other signs are. And don't forget to watch your mid-August readings, which I'll be posting towards the middle of the month. Until then, don't forget to keep smiling, and to always remember just how amazing you are. I love you guys so very much. Thanks again for helping me get to that 1K. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. And if you liked this reading at all, then please give this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Love you. I